Yes guys, in this video I'm bringing you wonderful opportunities where you can work in a cruise ship. Whether you are skilled or unskilled, there is a job for you. A cruise ship is a large ship that carries people on voyages for pleasure, typically calling in at several places. So there are so many advantages of working in a cruise ship, which we'll be discussing in this video. Some of the advantages include the following. When you work in a cruise ship, you get to see the world, or at least a lot of it. You will meet people from all over the world. You will get free accommodation and board. You will have free time to explore visiting ports. You will gain transferable experience and skills. So why not think of securing a job in a cruise ship? In this video, we are going to be talking to Nancy from Nancy's ABCs of Travel, and we're also going to be talking to Job Seekers International. These two individuals have been helping people secure cruise ship jobs, and grab your pen and paper because there is a lot of information which is going to be shared with you guys, and you are going to love it. If you are new to my channel, my name is Pauline Popomoyo, and in this channel I share opportunities in UK and overseas, life in the UK in general and life overseas. And if this sounds like something you are interested in, do smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And guys, without wasting any of your time, let's dive right into the video.
I'm currently on a cruise ship and I'm en route to somewhere. So I just have to put the shades back on because the glare is just too much. So like I promised you guys, here is Nancy from ABCs of Travel, and she's going to be telling us all we need to know about cruise ships. What are the requirements? Where can we apply? Can you start sending in our applications and all those things, guys? This is going to be a jam-filled video, so do stay tuned to the end. Nancy, welcome.
Hi, Popo.
Hi.
It's wonderful being here. Thank you for hosting me. It's such a pleasure. And okay, yes, such as I was saying, that cruise ship jobs are on high demand right now.
Yeah.
It's something that right now everybody should be considering to be applying or to be researching on, because I know you basically deal with the health and care sector, but right now, as you can see, everybody is scrambling for those jobs, especially in the care industry. Now, this is a territory that has not been researched. People have not been applying for these jobs, and Indians, Pakistanis, and Filipinos have been dominating the cruise ship industry.
Yes.
So that's why I recommend the cruise ship industry, because it covers a lot of job opportunities.
Yes. So guys, like I said to you, the cruise ship jobs are going to be the new hot thing. Actually, they are the hot thing right now. It's just that people don't know about these cruise ship jobs. But before I talk about cruise ship jobs, or before I bring any opportunity to you, I always do my research. And you know what? I have a relative who flew to America just last week, my own relative, who got a job in a cruise ship. So which means it's possible. This is someone who's coming from Zimbabwe and got a cruise ship job in America. So that's why I'm now bringing this to you, because I also want you to benefit from this, guys. You see, sharing is caring. So I have to share this information with you, and you also share this information with whosoever is interested in working overseas. So Nancy, you are going to be telling us what are the requirements for one to work in a cruise ship. Or before I even ask for the requirements, so what are the roles that people can apply to in cruise ships?
Now, this is a very, very good question. The cruise ship industry, remember, it's like a sailing hotel. It is a hotel that is on water. It's floating. It's a floating hotel. So basically on that hotel, because it's going to be taking a long time, maybe depending on the continent people will be traveling to, it may take even 6 months, even 12 months, you know. So you will require doctors. You will require nurses. You will require security, lifeguards, cleaners, bakers, all types of jobs. There are so many. Even healthcare assistants are required on board a cruise ship. Even nannies are required on board a cruise ship. People like guitarists, people like dancers, entertainers. There is no limit to jobs on board a cruise.
Yeah, and the interesting bit is before I relocated to UK, I'd actually applied for a cruise ship job and got a cruise ship job as a nurse. The only thing that stopped me from taking that job is the thought of my children, that okay, if I'm going to be on a cruise ship for 6 months, what's going to be happening to my children and all that. That's the only reason why I had to let go of that job, but it was super easy for me to apply for that job. In the cruise ships, we've got jobs for skilled workers as well as for unskilled workers. And there are so many jobs for unskilled workers which are currently open at the minute. Right, Nancy?
Yeah, so let me start with entry-level jobs. Now, these are jobs that do not require somebody to go to school. So now that's the beauty of working in the cruise ship industry, because so many people always cry that they've never gone to school. And thanks be to God, there is an institution like Allison Online that usually people usually use for healthcare assistant jobs. If they want the certification, you can also acquire a diploma or a certificate from the same institution in something like butchery. You can even do housekeeping, cleaning. So there is no limit. So the entry level jobs are such as galley attendant. A galley attendant is someone that washes dishes on board a cruise ship. Another one that you do not need to go to school is a deck cleaner. A deck cleaner is basically cleaning the floors of the cruise ship. Another one is the concierge. A concierge is someone who helps like with the luggage, on board the cruise. There's the bellboy. There's so many. And basically, most of the people who've been working maybe in various places, they do not require you to have gone to school. Basically, they just need the skills. So if you find yourself you're fully equipped as maybe chef de pâté, as a commis chef, as a baker, you have good skills. They always want to know whether you have the experience. They will not even ask for your certification. All they'll need is your CV and your experience and something that will back your experience. Just that.
Yes. This is very interesting, guys. You don't really need much qualifications for you to be able. Just hold on. So you see, guys, this is very interesting. You actually don't need any qualifications for you to be able to work in a cruise ship. If you want to go and work as a cleaner, if you want to go and work as a bar attendant, you don't need to have much qualifications. Even if you want to go and work as a waitress in a cruise ship, there are so many vacant positions in cruise ships, and they've got an excellent pay rate. What is the pay rate, Nancy?
Now the best, okay, is $800 minimum to clean dishes. And the best thing about this money, it's untaxed. It is untaxed. So $800, you can convert it to your country or your region, wherever you are, and see how much that is just to clean dishes, you see. And the best thing, everything is free, including accommodation. Everything is free, including the uniform. There's Wi-Fi, so there's internet on board a cruise ship. Everything is free, including the meals and things like laundry. So there's nothing that should stop you from working on board a cruise.
Yeah. So let's say I want to work as a healthcare assistant on a cruise ship. What are the requirements?
Now, basically, that one cannot disqualify you much, because everybody right now is trying to apply for a job as a healthcare assistant, maybe in UK per se. So those basic requirements that you will need to apply for a job as a healthcare assistant in UK, they will just accept it. I've seen thousands of people being employed weekly on board different cruises, because there are hundreds of cruise lines.
There are hundreds, actually.
Yes, there are thousands of cruise lines because I've been working on this industry for like 7 months. I've seen so many people, I've seen so many testimonials. Most of them have never even gone to school. So all they need is something like, they hear this information. There's always YouTube. There's always someone like Pauline Popomoyo who's always airing this kind of content. Make YouTube your friend. Make Google your friend. Now, the thing is this, once you get maybe to the application process as a healthcare assistant, you need to know what you've written in your CV is what you're going to be asked, okay, in the interview. So there's nothing that should stop anyone, even if it's in the healthcare industry, to apply for these jobs.
Even if you are a nurse and you want to work in a cruise ship, they've got an excellent pay rate, guys. You can apply and go and work as a nurse in a cruise ship. Even if you are a cook, even if you are a chef, even if you are a waitress, there are so many roles. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to link in the description box cruise ships which are currently hiring from overseas with visa sponsorship. Whether you're in Kenya or you're in Zimbabwe, you're in Nigeria or you're in Ghana and Botswana, wherever you are, you can get a job in a cruise ship. And the interesting bit, anyone can apply. So I'm going to leave all the links to the cruise ships currently hiring from overseas with visa sponsorship, so that we don't let this opportunity pass us, guys. We just grab whatever opportunity comes our way. You never know, you can use a cruise ship job as a stepping stone to whatever country you want to relocate to.
Yeah. Now, another thing, Coco, is they have made it easy. Right now, they are hiring, basically, it's worldwide. It's worldwide.
Yes.
So you are even in Qatar, Dubai, UAE, in Nigeria, in South Africa, they have made it easier by bringing on board recruitment agencies that do not even ask for a single penny. Okay? So there's so many ways to get these jobs, and they are usually online. So you do not need even somebody like an ombudsman to say to show you the way, or you pay money. And right now there are so many people out there that are scamming people for money. So it's something that you can easily get to do on your own. And I can also provide you such agencies.
So you're also going to give us a list of agencies that people can use, so that I also link them in the description box. Because, guys, it's usually very easy if you use an agent, because they basically do everything for you. And who wouldn't want to use an agent if you're not going to be paying a single dime? You know what the health and care worker visa has been doing to people. People have been losing a lot of money to these recruiters and so forth and so on. So imagine if you can just secure a job using a recruitment agency without paying a single dime. Guys, let's go and work in the cruise ships. Now, Nancy, I've seen one of your videos where you actually advertise cruise ships which are hiring with visa sponsorship. Which cruise ships are they, by the way?
Now, my personal favorite is the Princess Cruise Lines. Princess Cruise Lines. Why do I say it's my personal favorite? Because this particular cruise, there is usually a course that you usually have to do when you are on board an ocean. When you're on board a cruise, because of safety purposes. It's called the STCW course. Now, this one is mandatory when you're working on board all cruise ships. So sometimes, depending on the cruise ship, they might ask you to go and do some training, and it will cost you some money. Okay, it will cost you some money for the course, because now this one is a specialized course. It's a specialized skill. But Princess Cruises, Carnival Cruises, Canad Cruises, all those fleets, there are so many. There are so many cruise lines that do not need you to do the STCW with your own money. They usually train you on board. Once you get recruited, they will just take care of all the costs, all the flight costs, the visa sponsorship costs, all things. All things are catered for. Yeah. So that is one. That Princess Cruises is hiring even healthcare assistants, security officers, IT sector, all sectors you can ever imagine. They are hiring. Another one is Carnival Cruises. Carnival Cruises is also hiring. They even have a partner in UK. They have a partner in UK. Even Princess has a partner in UK. They are hiring massively. Another one that is hiring massively is called MSC Cruise Lines. MSC Cruise Lines. You do not need to worry because I'm going to leave Pauline Popomoyo with all those links so that you can apply these jobs for yourselves. Okay. So, Pauline, there's so many cruise ships that are hiring right now. There's so many.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because even me, I personally did my own research, and I've actually started sharing some of these links with some people who are interested in cruise ship jobs. But I'm not a selfish person, so that's why I'm also bringing it to the YouTube community and all my family here on YouTube, so that they also share with people who are interested. There are so many vacancies. I was shocked at the number of vacancies which are currently open for people to just apply and then relocate. It's a way of relocating to overseas anyway, and relocate to overseas and work in a cruise ship. I've had an opportunity to cruise from here to Liverpool. Of course, it wasn't a cruise ship, but it was just a boat ride. Guys, it was a wonderful experience. It was a wonderful experience because it's like you're in a posh hotel. There's a swimming pool. There is everything that you can imagine. There's a movie house. There's everything. There is a city center where you actually go and shop in a cruise ship.
Yeah,
so it's like if you are working in a cruise ship, we've got a house, we've got a home and everything inside the cruise ship. You want food, you want clothes, you want everything is there in a cruise ship. So this is going to be a wonderful opportunity, and I'm sure most of us are going to love it. The only downside is that you'll be in the middle of ocean through and through and through for a number of months. So that's 3 months, so that's 4 months, 6 months. You'll be in the ocean. That is the only downside, and that is the only reason why I had to let go of my nursing job. But if you're a single person, what would stop you? What would stop you if you don't have a family? What would stop you?
Yes. Yeah, but imagine actually with the current economic situations, people are even going husband and wife. Imagine it's been that serious. Hi, Pathways.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We're doing well.
I know it's been a minute. I'm sorry about that anyway.
No worries.
Better late than never.
Yes. So we are now talking, we've been talking about cruise ships. Nancy, introduce your colleague.
Yeah, so this is Job Seekers International. We usually do this on TikTok almost on a daily basis. So he's also very qualified on so many aspects, especially even in the cruise ship industry. So because I've been talking, let him even have something to say.
Okay, so Nancy has been telling us all about the cruise ships, and she has told us a lot of valuable information so far. What do you have to say about cruise ship?
So number one, cruise ships are actually one of the best opportunities anybody can actually think about. And somebody might ask me, why am I actually saying so? So number one, it's important to note that most of the people, and this is just on a personal level, and of course, this is just something I'm expecting each and every person who is actually going to listen to this particular live session is going to understand, is that it is important for you whenever you are applying for a job to actually think about the particular career progression opportunities that are there. So one of the best opportunities is, it does not matter, for example, if you are somebody who has the high school diploma, the Form 4 certificate, or depending on which country you actually come from, you can particularly get a job in a cruise ship industry. So the best part is, whenever you actually just get into a job, you actually secure yourself a job in the cruise ship industry, you have a very good platform to actually progress to the next level. Let me give a good example. For example, you are a cleaner today in the housekeeping industry, or you are a galley cleaner, or for example, in the kitchen department, you can transition to become a chef. Now, that's the beauty about cruise ship industry. You can imagine if everybody just gets the opportunity of actually getting a job in a cruise ship industry, you have the best opportunity to actually even get paid in terms of dollars. I know most of the people listening would really love basically to get paid in terms of the dollars, the euros, and these ones are one of the best currency. Yeah, you can imagine. Yeah.
Mm.
So that is one of the best things about the cruise ship industry. You can imagine if you're a galley cleaner earning about $1,200 or euros. It's one of the best opportunities. It's actually a gem. It's a hidden gem that is actually supposed to be discovered by almost everybody, if not
Yes.
everybody actually. Yes. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
beauty about the cruise ship industry. And there's so many entry level jobs. For example, in the housekeeping department, there is a cleaner, a steward. There are steward positions. There is a cleaner positions. You can practically be a steward cleaner. There are so many particular positions. Even in the engine department, you can basically become an oiler. There is a position known as an oiler where you can practically be basically oiling and greasing all the mechanical components of a cruise ship. You can imagine those ones are some of the best things about the cruise ship industry. Yes.
So, which means if you are just a mechanic there, if you're a mechanic and you're listening to me and you don't have qualifications, you have heard, guys, know that people are mechanics and did not go to school or they don't have qualifications, but they can grease, they can oil. You are hearing it for yourselves. You can go and work in a cruise ship as an oiler and you earn your thousands of pounds, thousands of euros, thousands of US dollars. And obviously, if you're earning foreign currency and you're going to be taking it back, whether you're taking it back to your country, it's going to be a substantial amount of money. So, guys, do not let this opportunity pass you.
Okay, yeah. So there is recruitment agencies such as Castaway Africa. Castaway Africa. It usually recruits down south, South Africa, Malawi, Lesotho. There is also Castaway Europe. Castaway Europe. You do not have to worry. I will send you all the links. There is also Cruise on Africa. It covers a wide range of African countries. There's also Ocean Me. There's also Ocean Me for people who are in the Gulf region, especially. Okay? It has its headquarters based in UAE. There's also another one called Weighted. It's also based in Southern Africa. It recruits for Lesotho, Malawi, Zimbabwe. There's so many agencies. There's also another one called what's its name? Odyssey International. Yeah, Odyssey International. Also, it recruits on behalf of the UAE and surrounding areas. So there's so many. There's so many. I can't cover all of them right now.
You heard, guys, whether in Southern Africa, whether in UAE, whether in Western Africa, Northeast, wherever you are, you can get a job in a cruise ship because there are recruitment agencies representing all those countries. So what are you waiting for, guys? As soon as this video ends, make sure that you start sending in your applications. Send in your applications and go earn them pounds. Okay, guys?
Just to add on top of that is the beauty is these recruitment agencies, they are particularly aligned together with the respective cruises. For example, we have Princess Cruises, we have Viking Cruises, we have Holland America, we have MSC Cruises. There's so many cruises particularly looking forward to actually getting people who are interested in working in these particular jobs. So you can imagine if today, for example, you just visit, for example, Carnival Cruises, you're going to find there's so many particular jobs that are there. You can find a job as a host. You can find a job in the housekeeping department. You can find a job, for example, in the engineering department. There are so many jobs that so many people that are actually even looking for a job. How many of us even knew that people who are, for example, you can become a host, you can become a dancer, you can work in the entertainment industry, you can be a host. There are so many jobs that are actually in the cruise ship industry that anybody, I just mean anybody, even in terms of accounts, basically, even if you're in any particular industry, it's very good for you to actually go and check the respective jobs that are actually available. And one of the websites, maybe I can actually talk about, and this one is just for referral purposes. Somebody can actually visit, for example, All Cruise Jobs. what I normally advise is whenever you find a job in that particular website, because it has so many particular cruises that actually have the information in that website, try to visit the official website. For example, if you find in the website you're looking for a job, let's say you're a hairdresser, maybe Popomoyo you didn't know about. There are so many jobs. For example, even people who are masseurs, people who are hairdressers, you can name it. Just think about any career that you are in. Just go and look for a job, gather all the necessary qualification and the documents that you actually have, whether it's your international and competent ATS compliant resume, your recommendation letters where you've previously worked, and maybe your cover letter, and ensure that you take the initiative. Something that maybe people do not know is that sometimes the jobs are, so many people actually apply for these jobs. So sometimes the job have a deadline in which this particular respective cruise lines, they normally have a target in which they are particularly looking forward to getting. For example, if a job is there right now, you find a job right now while you're listening right now, please go and apply. Do not waste any time, because maybe tomorrow you might actually come back to the same website and not find the same job. So that this is something just people need to put into consideration.
So the important thing, guys, is I remember when the health and care worker visa came out, people were just so relaxed because they didn't believe it. They only started being serious towards the end of last year, and by the time when people started becoming serious, it was already saturated, because those who acted fast and were able to get jobs. And then now, when people decided to act, it was already saturated. As we speak right now, healthcare assistant jobs is very difficult to get them because the industry is now so saturated. So as we're talking of cruise ship jobs today, guys, do not wait to see the first person going. I personally waited to see the first person going, which is a relative of mine, and they used a cruise ship job to go to America just last week. And after seeing that, okay, this is actually true, this is actually possible, I'm coming here to share with you, because I've seen that it actually does happen. You can actually move from Zimbabwe, move from South Africa, from wherever, and work in a cruise ship. Don't wait for the industry to be oversaturated. Start applying now. Go and do your research today. Go and look at all the links that we've left in the description box and apply and get yourself a job in a cruise ship.
So another thing just to add on top is, most people usually think maybe working in a cruise ship is age dependent. The only maximum age to work in a cruise ship is just 67 years. You can imagine if you are 18 years and above, and this is just a disclaimer I'm actually going to put out there. If you're 18 years and above and you actually want to work, for example, the only limitation, this is just a disclaimer and a limitation that is out there, you need to be at least 21 years for you to work, for example, in the as a bartender, because you'll be basically dealing with alcohol. So they require you to just be 21 years. But all other jobs, basically, you just need to be above 18 years. 18 and above to 67 years. So it does not limit. I know there's some particular opportunities that normally limit people depending on their age, but this particular opportunity does not limit until the age of 67. So take the initiative right now. It's an awesome, I'm telling you, there are so many advantages of actually working in a cruise ship. You might visit different places if you're somebody, and please do not go and say this. Whenever you're going for an interview and they ask you, why do you want to work in a cruise ship? Please do not go say, I've actually missed seeing the Eiffel Towers in Paris. I just want to go to France. There has to be a particular decorum that you actually need to know. So please go and prepare yourself quite well. The recruiters are actually so friendly, but remember, you actually have to have the niche in the particular questions that are actually there. So if you're in the housekeeping department, remember you should expect questions concerning how many degrees, for example, do you actually need to work with whenever you're doing your cleaning. For example, what is the 3-bucket system? You need to know these particular jargons. I'm sure for the people in the housekeeping industry, you can be able to resonate with me and even get to think about some of the questions that you are. Do not expect the mediocre kind of questions. I'm sorry to use the word mediocre. The ones are the basic common questions like, tell us why you want to work in a cruise ship. Of course, sometimes they normally start with those friendly questions, but mostly they require people who are actually skilled. You actually have the respective skills they're looking for. Remember, you'll be serving guests that have actually paid a lot of money, so they require the utmost quality, the highest level of quality in terms of the respective job that you are trying to do. And always be professional, guys. Don't go dressed like me. I'm sorry. Don't go. Make sure you're actually dressed in a formal attire, please. And always carry yourself in a formal manner. Answer the questions and try to be as honest as you can be. If you do not know, just say you do not know. They particularly like people who are interested in learning, and it does not mean whenever you're doing an interview you have to know everything. Okay? But if you have a rough idea, try to be as candid as possible and give your particular answers. And I wish you all the best, guys, as you're applying for the jobs. It's important. I know most people think it's a difficult, but it's not. Popomoy has actually said she actually has somebody who has actually gotten a job, and yeah, it's important. I also encourage you guys. It's possible. It's just possible. Keep that one in mind. Okay? Yeah.
So Nancy, you wanted to tell us about the visa types. Which visa types do the cruise ship jobs have?
Okay, that question I always want to answer it this way. Now, basically, it depends with the cruise line that is going to hire you, because the particular direction may be based on the particular cruise ship that is hiring you. But the most common is C1D visa that enables you to work on American soil for up to 30 days, as long as the ship has docked on the American harbor. Okay. It also allows you to work on board that particular ship. So that one is the most common visa type. The other common visa type is the Schengen visa. I don't know whether it's Schengen or Schengen. The Schengen visa. Now Schengen. Those are the most common. Those are the most common visa types that are used on board a cruise line. But yet again, I said there are other cruises such as P&O Australia. I said there is no limit. There is MSC Canada, so there is no limit, and you cannot particularly say that this particular visa type is the one that is going to be used on a particular cruise ship. So it depends on where you are applying from and where you are going to. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's interesting. So typically, how long is the visa? Like how long can you work in a cruise ship?
Okay, no, it depends. It depends also. You remember the routes. The routes are different because based on the continent to continent where you're transversing to. So it could range from 3 months to 6 months. But you can also extend because you may never know how long the trip is going to take. So, but mostly it is usually 3 maybe to 12 months per contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 to 12 months per contract.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's good, because what's important is that you get a job and you go get some money, whether you get the money for 6 months or for 12 months. If you're earning thousands of pounds or thousands of US dollars, you can always, even if you have to go back to your country, it's a substantial amount of money. It can make a difference in your life. So is there a possibility, for example, if I work in a cruise ship, is it possible for me to maybe live in UK or live in America? Or if I work in a cruise ship, I definitely have to go back to my country?
Now, that particular question is quite interesting. And I'm so sorry to use this as an example. People are taking advantage of those visas, okay? It is quite illegal once you get the C1D visa, for example, to go to USA, and then you dock in Miami, Florida, for example. People are taking advantage of that visa because it does not allow you to become a resident or a permanent resident or to even work, not unless on that particular vessel that has been assigned to you to work. But people are taking advantage of that. So now to answer you that question is that Once you have completed the assignments, you will just have to go back to your country, but you will have created enough connections. The keyword is connections. You know, the keyword is connection. Now, you can use that C1D visa, for example. You can use that Schengen visa, for example, as a stepping stone, because once you get a connection, obviously you'll be mingling with people. You'll be having people on board that are maybe working in the government, for example. They're working in the office of immigration, for example. So you will have enough time to connect yourself, to know so many people. And once, by the way, once you are doing a good job, they usually do recommend you. I've seen people scale up the heights. They started as cleaners, and now they even have a permanent residency in USA. So it is possible, but particularly those visas are not designed for permanent residency. Yeah.
So what's important is for you to make connections while you're on a cruise ship there, right?
Just to add on top of it is most cruises actually, whenever you actually end your first contract and you've actually done a very good job. I'm saying a very good job because this also is dependent also in terms of your character and the rapport you've been building and how you've been conducting yourself. Remember, these people are looking forward to having a long-lasting relationship with you. You're part of the crew and you're part of the best team that is actually working in that crew. You can imagine how many people go for the interview and you're selected from that particular group. Okay? And this is something that you'll actually find if you actually build a very good rapport with the crew, and respectively, maybe the HR department is going to recognize you dependent on, for example, if you're working in a junior position, maybe your senior can actually go and recommend you for a better job. Maybe you can actually get a good job, might actually put a good word for you, and you can actually even transition to a better job. But it is important for you to actually put your best foot forward so that when your contract ends, you already, whenever you are going home, you already know I'm actually going to come back. My job is secure, I'm actually going to come back. So you have nothing to worry about. So whenever you're going for the holiday, you enjoy yourself and know I'm actually going to for my holiday, but I'm going to be back and my job is actually secure. So that's the beauty. That's another advantage of actually working in a cruise ship. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming to my channel and taking this opportunity to come and share this valuable information with my beautiful YouTube family. We really, really appreciate it, and I am sure some of us are going to start applying as from today. And if you're not going to apply, at least go, if you are interested, at least go and find out all this information that we've shared with you guys. You never know, you will soon be cruising with me. Is why I'm going to Paris there, or they call it Paris since pronunciation is different. So thank you so much, Nancy, and thank you so much, Job Seekers International. If you are interested in finding out more about these cruise ship jobs, Nancy's ABCs of Travels, she's got a YouTube channel. I'm going to link it in the description box. They also have a TikTok page. I'm going to also link the link in the description box. Thank you so much, Job Seekers International. We really appreciate your time. And thank you so much, Nancy. We really appreciate your time. Before I close, are there any final words that you want to say to my beautiful family?
Maybe Rafi can go first. Yeah.
Okay. So to Pauline Popo's large family, you have a person who's very honorable, a person who's selfless. As you can see, she has no limit when it comes to helping you guys. I know she's a celebrity. She is a celebrity. I saw that advert there. She is actually a celebrity. She was in Belfast filming where the Game of Thrones were. Okay, it's because of how good she is when it comes to giving us information. Actually, she is my mentor, and please continue staying here. Keep on preaching the word of Pauline Popomoyo. Okay, let's make her now a brand, not a celeb. Let's just make her a brand, and let's help each other to become better people. Let's also help our countries become better, because right now there is also an economic crisis, and that is why there is no end to us researching information, especially on getting you jobs, and also on helping you relocate abroad so that we can also build our countries better. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nancy. And mine, I'm actually lacking the words to actually describe today, because maybe today is one of the biggest dreams I've actually had. But thanks be to God, I'm actually here. So mine is just to say thank you. This one is a golden opportunity. I did not expect to actually be here with you guys, but maybe I can only say thank you to God, because I did not expect I would actually meet Popomoyo, and how huge she is. She's almost larger than life. You can imagine, eh? She's almost larger than life.
You guys are very funny.
No, it's true. We're being honest, But mine is
Oh.
just to encourage you guys. Mine is to the larger family, because it's a very large family that is out there. It does not matter, okay? Let your dreams never die. Always remember, your dreams should always live with you. Whenever you actually wake up, think about what particular opportunities are there for me to actually harness, okay? What particular opportunities are there? You can check out her YouTube channel. You are going to find so many interesting information that is there. Now you actually have another pathway that you might actually think about. Cruise ship jobs. I've actually said age is not a factor, because I think out of the big population, out of the big family that is actually following you, is maybe not above maybe 67 years. Go research more. Of course, this information is actually the best information you can actually find out. You can follow Nancy's ABC of Travel, as she has actually said. You can also follow me. I'm also an author. I have a book that is written, How to Get Any Cruise Ship Job Today. You can actually find it in my YouTube channel. You can find it in my TikTok channel. I'm also an author. So I've actually gotten all the information. I've actually even gotten done in-depth research, even in terms of maybe the requirements that maybe we cannot even talk about today. For example, medicals, STCW. Some of the cruise ships require something known as STCW, which is just a health and safety certificate. Some might not require. So it's up to you to actually go and do more research, apply for these jobs. And as always, I wish you guys all the best. I can't say much, because it's even an honor for me to actually be here and talk to you guys. So thank you so much, guys, and be blessed.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and thank you so much, guys, for coming and talking to my beautiful YouTube family. And guys, if you've got any questions that you need to ask, drop them in the comment section, and we'll surely answer all of your questions. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you found this video to be helpful, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with many other people who can benefit from this opportunity. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
All right, thank you, guys.